I want to talk instead about the new Arizona immigration law because many of you liberals are hysterical. You're wrong, and I'm going to prove you to be hysterical and wrong. What you don't know is that the new Arizona law, which you call fascist and Nazi, mirrors federal law. Federal law already requires aliens, that would be your constituency, aliens mean non-citizens, to register and carry their documents with them, 8 U.S.C. 1304E and 8 U.S.C. 1306A. The new Arizona law simply states that violating federal immigration law is now a state crime as well. And because illegal immigrants are by definition in violation of federal immigration laws, they can now be arrested by local law enforcement in Arizona. How many different ways do I have to tell you, hysterical liberals, that the new Arizona law mirrors federal law? It is not a new law. It only permits the state to do what the federal government refuses to do, even though the laws are on the book. Now, but I want to talk to a more fundamental point, which is the hysteria and lies of the radical left in the media and the government complex. The left is defaming Arizona and the people of Arizona by using the word Nazi. They're keeping you hoodwinked into thinking that somehow these laws in Arizona are exactly what went on in Nazi Germany. This couldn't be further from the truth. Do you know actually what happened, what the Nazis did actually? Do you have any idea what actually happened? I don't know how any Jewish Holocaust survivor or any supporter of any Jewish causes cannot be sickened by this watering down of the word Nazi or fascist. The Nazis didn't just arrest people. The Nazis actually tortured people and then sent them to death camps. The people of Arizona are not going to simply round people up because they're Hispanic. The law says that there has to be reasonable suspicion that the person that they arrest is an illegal alien. Again, let me repeat, in case you missed it. The new Arizona law mirrors federal law, which already requires your friends, your constituents, that is aliens, that is non-citizens, to register and carry their documents with them, 8 U.S.C. 1304E and 8 U.S.C. 1306A. Send that to Janet Napolitano. The new Arizona law mimics the federal law that Janet Napolitano and Barack Obama will not enforce. Nazism? What a disgrace. The Nazis didn't deport people. The Nazis sent them to concentration camps to be slaughtered by the millions. This has nothing to do with Arizona's immigration law. But let me ask you about the following acts that occurred on the Democrats. Let me ask you if those acts mimicked in any way that of the Gestapo or of Nazis. What about Janet Napolitano's black helicopters who went after the Michigan militia? Does that sound like Nazism to you? So again, I ask, if you want to talk about real Nazism, real fascism, let's talk about when the FBI shot Randy Weaver's wife and child to death under Bill Clinton. Did that sound like the Nazis? What about when Janet Reno burned dozens of people alive at the Waco compound in Texas? Did that sound like actual fascism and Nazism? The media didn't call it at that time. So before the illiberal fascists of the left start calling maliciously this name and that name, they really ought to look at the history of what Nazism actually is. Moreover, they ought to look at the hypocrisy of Mexico itself. Remember yesterday I told you how Mexico, the government that is criticizing the people of Arizona for passing this law, how Mexico itself treats immigrants from Guatemala and other countries? Well, here's a report from the liberal Amnesty International. And Amnesty International, of course, I guess is now a conservative group. But Amnesty International says that many immigrants into Mexico are getting pulled off trains, kidnapped en masse, held at gang hideouts. They're beaten, raped, or killed. One female immigrant was robbed and forced off a train by Mexican federales and subsequently attacked by a gang and raped in Mexico. This is from Amnesty International. So this is about Mexico itself and how they treat illegal immigrants. They take them off trains, they beat them up, they rob them, and they rape them or they kill them. So the next time you hear a liberal talking about how fascist Arizona is, ask your lib friend if they know how they treat illegal aliens south of the border down Mexico way.